Welcome to Dariusburst Chronicle Saviours Season Purple Episode 1. Boy, it's an interesting feeling to be back. Last time on Chronicle Saviours Mode, we beat Chronicle Saviours Mode. So why are we back? Well, during our play of Chronicle Saviours Mode, sometimes after beating some stages, those stages were suddenly invaded and colored purple, which completely changes what's inside those stages, essentially creating more stages for the sake of more stages. So now I need to clean up all that purple goop in space. And we will slowly start doing so, I guess, in the order we encountered them. I did do some of them while we were playing, like here in Bomaroru, where we can already switch between the purple version and the normal version. So we are starting with Sutamma. But also, I'm not going to play entirely fair anymore, because there is gonna be a long time between each play session, and I don't want to struggle too hard. I'm looking forward to struggling anyways. I'm gonna be using the same ship that the game wants us to play, which in this case is second. No. I'm gonna use the same power they want us to use. But in terms of shields, I'm going to give myself approximately 30 more than they want me to have. So 17 plus 30 would be 47. But as you can see, the numbers, they jump from 44 to 47, so not every stage will exactly work out to 30 more, so I will round up in that case. It will at least give us a chance to know when I would have been dead. So if I fall below 17 shields at any point, that would be one, no, not 17 shields. If I ever fall below 30 shields, that's the trick. That's when I would be considered failed. It doesn't work out exactly because there's also lives that also would count for more hits I would have, but approximately 30 is my dead knell. Let's hope this goes well. We have bomb power-up drops, so no more power than we are starting with. I should have accumulated enough points from playing the game normally to be able to do this for every purple stage. I hope so. What I didn't do is actually look what awaits us here. But I trust it will not be too bad. However, what we are going to here is not the beginning of the game. These are not the first purples you are supposed to meet. Those are the first ones that you would meet on the right side of the path. So we might be jumping into some harder ones right off the get-go. That said, this was not a harder one. Is this a boss rush? Like, entirely a boss rush? Does it include anything bad? I'll find out eventually. I'm not going to underestimate any of these purples. Even if one looks easy, I will still give myself the 30 I mentioned. Because I have underestimated purples before. Especially when I was trying to place them near the end of the game. And I'd rather not have to deal with that. Yeah, this seems to be a boss rush. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't know how many of these stages I'm going to do per episode. Probably how many I feel like. I also did not go ahead and count how many there are, but there are still a few. Starting out today with second at a quite low power level is certainly a choice to get reacquainted with the game. Because there is not much strategizing I can do except maybe moving above the enemy to drop bombs on them, which clearly I am not doing. Although they said bomb drops would happen, I have not seen a single one. So the bomb drops may or may not be a lie. Also don't know how many stages are here. I was so focused on explaining my rules that I did not look at the game's rules. Enemy ships drawing near. Roger that. I can take them. Did not expect plot. There was a plot description on the stage that I also did not read because I thought it was just a description for the regular stage. Interesting. As soon as we are not boss rushing, I'm getting hit all over. But I guess that's where the bomb drops come in. Oh, so far I've taken 6 hits. And we're going from stage to stage. Allied losses are over 50%. I don't think we've had a purple with blood before, so that's interesting. Blood being in heavy quotation marks in this game, I would argue. Oh, my green is getting quite a bit stronger than just dropping one line of bombs right in front of me. Crab! The solid kind. Currently, my all-surround bombs being a detriment because they're hitting capsule bullets behind me. Grab, not much of a problem. And it's still not over. We back to boss rushing. 1,000 bullets, that feels like a potential final boss. Let's not do anything risky by trying to place our bombs on the boss. Also, this shot type is just insane at countering enemy projectiles. Like, they are not getting through at all. The gray ones are. This being the weakest of the thousands is helpful, because the others I don't think would be as easily counterable. I would be at 1 life right now. Well, 1 shield and 2 lives. You are allowed to perish. I would have lost my first life. I think each life would have... Wow, why am I so bad at dodging these? Each life would have 3 hits. But is this the end? Or would I have to do more? Okay. I would have survived. With their flagship destroyed, the other enemy ships are retreating from the sector. The defense net is now 60% restored. Yeah, the description is different. Darius here, 1905. May. Warning! Multiple enemy ships preparing to invade the sector. All units intercept enemies in planetary orbit now. Maybe this was supposed to be the first invasion we get to see. In which case, good start of purple season, I guess. But let's leave it unpurpled and move on to Runeson. 14 stages, but Murakumo. All power-up drops. Wants us to start with nothing. Great. Much confidence is being had in me. Closest to 30 we have is 32. So if I get hit immediately, I'm considered dead. Oh, I said no. Oh, but I have a life. I would have lost said life. I think I would not survive this stage on my first try. Although I think I would still be alive, because I picked up a shield. That was a short one. It's Fawn Wheel. Let's say I'm still alive. Let's think positively. I actually dealt with Fawn Wheel correctly. Did not get hit by the lasers. That's a weird leaf, if you ask me. Hey, at least the stage has shield drops. That's all I could ever ask for. I mean, power is very good to have, because we started with none of that. Oh, I don't like where I am right now. Please let me move back to the left. Somehow I went through all that without getting hit. There may be some beginner's luck going along with me today. Not playing for a few months is how you regain beginner's luck. I mean, it also worked for a while when I took a break the last time. So maybe I should just take some months-long breaks whenever I start falling off in this game. So is this gonna be hard stages, easy bosses? That's what I would appreciate. Actually, I would appreciate easy bosses and easy stages. Can you please... How are you still alive? Okay. Oh, another one. Also, I think I got hit. Oh, how are you still alive? Because I still have barely any power. Lightning Flumberg, still easy bosses. I say, when this was the first boss that actually managed to hit me today. Well, it didn't this time. But yeah, I did get hit once during the stage. Going up. Well, getting hit here. Enjoy the quiet music for a moment. Let's not let curvy lasers exist. Curvy lasers exist. Wow, these stages are so short. Twin crab. Earlier we had the easiest crab, now we have the second hardest crab. But really, it's just the hardest crab, considering the other one never shows up. Or like once. Not dealing well with crab things. But crab things are dealt with. I did lose more lives than I would have liked here though. But we are getting close to the 30 again. When I was somewhere in the mid-40s. Crash! Do have shoot through once, and I will use that to my benefit. Can I use it to my deficit? If possible, I will manage. I think this might be a variation of Trash we have never seen before, because it does not feel familiar. But it's also over now. Mirage Castle again. This is gonna be easier than earlier. Because Murakumo is a bit more powerful than second. I mean, second, by virtue of not having a burst, actually has the stronger shot. Just regular shot, but I'm pretty sure this is just better. Thanks for recharging my laser. I was almost empty. Would have been a shame if you lasered me when I was empty. I have absolutely no idea how deep we are into this. But 14 is a lot. We are slowly approaching maximum power. I think we have max green already. I might be wrong on that. The green symbol changes quite a bit between shot types, so I'm never all too sure. But there's 4 rockets on there. I'm pretty sure that's full. It's not. It was not full. Murakumo has 8 rockets. Your friend managed to escape. You did not. Wow, this is short. This was just 2 mid-bosses and the end. Ancient Barrage. But we are at max power. Red power. Barely remembered that that one purple laser would be coming from the bottom left corner. There's just infinite stages in this. But this is the final stage. Like, of the game. So, would be fitting if it was the final stage of the stage. Actually, it might not be. It might be a variation on it. Because the final stage of the stage... final stage of the game does not have those squids there. And it's also going down instead of up. We don't need a red. Don't waste your time on a red when you could very easily get crushed to death. Shield, however, would love to break that out. Lose one shield in the process. Lose 2 shield in the process. Did I get 2 shields from that shield? And make it all worth it? Still has a shooting you from everywhere, from all directions segment there. That I wish would end eventually. Come on guys, don't be like this. I think this is also a new variation with probably just more enemies. Who we got? Dark Flame. I believe you were the final boss. You're not a dragon, but I think you are your hardest variant. Thankfully, Murakumo very good at dealing with you. Could have absorbed that laser. Although this might not be your hardest variant, because one of your segments is already broken. Flare or flame? I'm never sure. Those are such similar words. You have 4 segments left. Three segments left. Two segments left. 1 segment left. No segments left. Surely you're about to die, right? What are you even doing without segments? Was this the end? Yes, that was the end. I would have either died in stage 1 or survived till the end. I think that's pretty much how the math would have worked out here. Depends on how many lives you get, how many shields you get from one line. I think it's 4 hits, 3 shields. Well, we did Bomaroru. So we are left with Ryamozu, Genesis, no drops, burst auto charge. 3 stages, 3 bosses. Doesn't look too hard, and they are starting us with 17 shields. Where's the trick? Probably the stages being very difficult, or Genesis being a bad shot. Also starting us at not max power, but middling power. Well, I like my 17s, because that's an easy number I can just add up. Which one is Genesis? think Genesis is bad Murakumo, right? Yes. The bad Murakumo, I mean... easy counter bursts, but when you use your burst, you will use your burst until your bar is empty. Hyperjaw. Never seen that kind of shark before. I'll boop you on the nose. And if it's the last thing you do, I do. We do. It's the last thing anybody does. Yeah, this is like the easiest draw. Oh yeah, it's meditate. Everybody, come to our meditation. Something tells me I will not legitimately die during this. But I wish I had better control of that laser duration. That's like the one reason why I dislike the shot type. Oh yeah, my rules also mean I will be using formula when it comes up. Which is gonna be a thing. That's the times where I wonder if giving myself 30 shields will be enough. Burst auto charge definitely helping with the shot type though. Like it means the laser lasts longer, I'm sure. But also it obviously charges faster. There are different formations for your options you can switch through. Both for Murakumo and Genesis. I'm not sure which ones are best for specific situations. I mean, if you need to shoot something that's slightly below you, this one is good. If you need to be focused, you can put them all on yourself. And one of them is just regular straightforward, which I feel does the least. Insane stare. But the putting them all on yourself is just follows behind you. So if you're moving a lot, then the straightforward is probably better. Also, like with Murakumo, the options can eat up enemy bullets. Now I cannot turn around. I will not get my laser back before you use yours. Because my timing was a choice. It worked out. Now this is gonna hit me a lot of times. Oh wait, my options actually can block the big green bullets, huh? That's something I didn't expect. Genesis might be pretty good in a defensive sense. Like, have you seen how I just went through that wall of bullets, eating it all up? I once again used my laser at a bad time where I couldn't turn around, but I somehow turned the situation around. Don't think Stare expected me to stare at its back. Oh, I could have waited for a counterburst there. And probably obliterated this mid-boss. As if I didn't obliterate it anyways. Gold. That's gonna be things behind me, right? Yeah. Did I want to shoot a laser at those? Probably not, because now I'm stuck. Don't think those required a laser to kill. I don't think I counterbursted. Also, I'm close to 30. I'd probably be dead at like 25, counting in the lives. Let's see what Violent Ruler does to us. Well, the small fry is small frying us. Or just flying us. I'm keeping my laser because there will be enemy laser right after this attack. I might have been able to recharge it in that time, but I think this lasers also block the burst laser, like these green ones. Well, that was worth it, I would say. Too bad, I need to switch sides. Is that a good idea? It's an idea. Okay, it lasted exactly as long as it needed to last. Oh, these are also blocking my laser. I'm sure. Maybe not, actually. And we're back at the start. No? We're back in another counterburst. We would have survived. I would have survived. Survival would have been achieved by someone. Albeit a close call. And that's all the invasions on this end of the map. All clean. Let's move on to over here. I'm not satisfied yet. 8 stages, 9 stages, 4 stages and a whale. 5 stages, 7 stages, 10 stages. That's a lot of sharks. This one's just off here by itself because we already destroyed Sadoman. So maybe let's do Rahario as our last one for today. Oh, good. Haven't seen any graphical issues in a long while. I think even on the last few episodes of this didn't happen. It happened mostly during DLC. We want Gaiden. And we want, once again, 37. No, actually 37 this time, and not 47. All drops, burst auto charge, lots of sharks, crab, and more. It is burst auto charge, so bomb when you can. Unless there really is nothing dangerous in sight. Like right now. That would be a waste. Wow, a guidance stage not locking us at full power -3. I'm sorry, Seahorse. You tried your best. It did not. Could have done better. When have you last closed your head? I heard it's good for your health to close your head periodically. This jaw is very hyper. That's a lie. If all goes well, it's gonna be dead before anything happens. I did almost forget the tongue. No, I did forget the tongue. I don't know if it hit me. It did not, because I have a no damage bonus. Well, that was uncalled for. I mean, I know this stage. I should have known that would happen. Clearly, I did not. It could have happened again. Curvy. Too curvy. Oh, that red is gonna be questionable. Glad nobody's shooting bullets around here. This is the earliest set of evasions you're probably gonna find, so... maybe not the hardest stages to be found here. That was fast. There will be a ton. Right? Yes. Whatever you wanted to do there. Not on my watch. Next comes crab, and then more shark. I saw a curvy laser machine and reacted appropriately. Even though I can't just shoot through these rocks and hit the curvy lasers on the other side. Masterfully dodged. Things got a bit faster than I expected. Sometimes I wonder how you're supposed to do those. Maybe you are supposed to just tank them. Game has shields for a reason. There's a lot of big ships that don't do anything. Do they even shoot? They have guns. Welcome to easy mode. Except it's Twin Claw. That doesn't change. At least I believe it does not change. That was not masterfully dodged. Although I feel like my shot is doing a massive amount of damage, at least it looks like it because it's piercing. Yeah, this died a lot earlier. Yeah, a lot earlier than earlier. And earlier we were using Murakuma. They found their guns and how to use them. Oh, too bad I know how to use my bombs. Answer violence with violence. Wow, you actually hit me with that? I'm so proud of you. Am I at max power yet? No. More jaws! Don't think that movie had that many sharks. Oh no, 2 bursts. I was not ready for that. Where are you shooting your things? Also, don't you usually shoot much faster? Is there easier versions of bosses? Sometimes I believe there might be. Like easier versions of the same boss, not just an easier family member. Quiet. Too quiet. I got hit for that joke. Can you even call it a joke? A reference. Oh, shooting through walls is gonna make things quite a bit easier here. Also bombs. Is this a stage with a corridor? If a seahorse appears now, possibly. Nope, no corridors, only violent ruler. Again! That's gonna be harder this time, because I can't just delete all of its bullets. Unless I have a bomb. Guidance Bomb was massively nerfed between Darius Gaiden and this, by the way. Like, the Black Hole Bomb does not do any black hole things in this game. In Darius Gaiden, it just pulls everything inside. Here it is just a field of hurt. But it still has one of the most satisfying bomb sounds. Yeah! I did not voice act the bomb. You would be surprised to learn. Oh, my homing shots are actually doing some work during this. Appreciate it. Shockingly, Violent Ruler is still Violent Ruler. even with a different shot type. Oh no! But it does that. And that hurts. Well, that worked quite well for a batch of purples. And now we take a break again from this game before we do the next batch. I'm assuming that's a graphical glitch and not actually what's happening. Because that would be far too cool of a thing for the game to do. Oh yeah, this is probably the first purple you're actually supposed to find. So it also has some story. I guess it's censored until we play the next time. And then there will be the big reveal what's going on in Akuiba. Don't be too shocked now. In Dariusburst Chronicle Saviours. I almost forgot how to say the name. Purple Season. Episode 2.